Hello, hello, hello. Hope you guys are able to hear me. I'm able to hear me now. Turn off the loop back. Yeah, if you can hear me, please give it a thumbs up or something on the chat. That would be really helpful. Because last time what I have seen is at the start of the stream, the voice quality was not at all good. And yeah, that has actually, I think later I realized it and I changed few settings. Okay, great. Thanks, Devin. Thanks for tuning in. I wouldn't take a lot of time. I think let's just give 2 or 3 minutes more to see if anyone else finds and starts. And how was the weekends for everyone? Yeah, Mosomo, that was right. It was 3 hours stream last time. I hope this time it won't be that long. But because the last one was like my first stream ever I have done publicly, I was sort of not had kind of timed it or time framed it properly. Um, so this time I think it shouldn't be that long. Should be able to wrap up quickly. But I want to cover all the areas that I wanted to cover, and I have said on the short video that I have published. So show you the agenda. But what I'll do, I think for the previous stream, I will put a timestamp into it. I thought I would do it, but then I forgot. So what I'll do, I'll just put timestamp into it so that next time you will start watching the stream, you will know which area you are interested in, and then yeah, focus on that area, not seeing the whole 3 hours, and then finding where exactly interest lies. Okay, so let me go and share like last time. So are you guys able to see the screen? Hi, Daniel. Thanks for tuning in. I think the timing could be odd for a lot of guys. I think I have sent almost around 25 to 30 guys like email to all the channel members. I think most of them, a lot of them are from India and other places, the Asian continent, and I think for them it is quite late. So I don't think they would be able to dial in. I think last time Sachin or someone have dialed in, and that was like 2:30 in the a.m. in the morning, and I felt so bad. But unfortunately, don't have a lot of time. Like maybe find a time where everyone can accommodate. So I have to do it on my own preferable time. But yeah, I'll keep the stream on the channel. Actually, let me just show you how you can find that if you want to like drop in the. So if you come to the channel and then if you go to live, you will see both the stream. So this is the first stream and this is today's stream, which you'll be able to see after even after I finish. Cool. Okay, so what is our agenda today? Let's not waste time. Hi Pratyush, thanks for dialing in. With the chat. So first, I think what I'll do, we also have a Zoom meeting scheduled in next 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So before we hit that like 7:30 timeline, what I want to show you is step-by-step process, like how to run the code actually in your own machine or server or wherever you want to run it. Because I think a lot of you have written back to me over email that you are facing issues and not able to understand the steps. I tried to put everything on the README, step by step, but I think still there's some confusion. So I will quickly show you how to run the code efficiently. You don't have to install Python or anything as such. I think there was a question, do I need to have like a GPU machine to run the code? You don't need any GPU machine because I know when I have started writing the AI sales agent code, that is where I thought I will run the TTS server, STD server, everything like locally. But then I dropped that idea. So yeah, you do not need anything. It just API call. So should be if you have a multi-threaded CPU, fairly around 4 GB around RAM, it should be able to run. I think not 4 GB, 8 GB. I think because you need Docker. So I think to run Docker, you probably need 8 to run it efficiently because we are also running in-memory database here. And then we will straight go ahead into the Zoom call. So those of you who have got the Zoom link, please dial in. And maybe if you want to share your story or something, or the issue that you are facing, I can discuss that quickly there. And then I'll take a quick break, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Let's see how the time goes on. And then I'll do walkthrough of the code. So I won't do like a detailed walkthrough because that is already available on the actual video, right? So I'll just go through what all changes that I have done since the last stream, because there are some action point I have taken after the last stream, that these are all changes that I want to do based on your feedback, definitely. So I'll just show you what all changes I have done, and I think yeah, I think someone like Vedat or someone yeah, actually he has taken the membership for our channel as well. Thank you for that. And also he has helped me to sort out few of the issues by being a collaborator. So if you have bought the code and you also want to collaborate into the project, please let me know your GitHub ID, like through email, not here, not publicly, please, but through email. Send me your GitHub ID. And if you don't know how to find your GitHub ID, let me actually quickly show you. So yeah, if you go to GitHub and then if you click here, you will see this ID. I don't know whether you, yeah. So you're able to see this ID. So this is your GitHub ID really. So just send that ID over to me and I will add you as like collaborator to the project. And you will be able to actually add your changes to the code. But please make sure you raise a PR. Don't, I'll just, yeah, so Vedat has helped me. He has already added as a collaborator, and he has already contributed to the project as well with his pull request. And frankly, today, whatever I'm going to show you, most of the thing he have introduced, and then I have just fine tuned it. Right? And I also added a contributing.md file here. So if you want to contribute to the project or add your idea, even raise issues. If you don't want, if you just want to raise issues or feature requests, whatever, you just can do it through these different tabs. So yeah, please send me your GitHub ID. I will add to you as a collaborator, and you should be able to have same privilege that I have. But yeah, please don't make change directly to develop, because we want to keep the develop up and running and healthy. And whatever you do, just raise pull request. I'll review it, and maybe later on I'll just also ask other contributor to review it. Can make this, I don't know, maybe this product as SaaS or something in future. We don't know what lies ahead, right? Okay, with that said, let's go and show. Let's go to my code. I'll show you. Yeah, Daniel, send. I have sent some email yesterday. I don't know whether you have received email from my email address. Otherwise, just send your ID to. I'll just type the, yeah, support at rightnowtogether.com. Just send me your GitHub ID and I'll add. Oh, hi Devin. I so Vedat is also your I don't know, another alias name, Devin. I got it now. Thanks, Devin, for that. Yeah, and yeah, please send me your GitHub ID to support me. Cool. Let's see. So one of the first thing that we you need to do to be able to run the code like as live is you need a public URL. Now I have said here that you put your in Groq URL because in my head when you will do the development you will be running the code in your local, right? So that is why you need an in Groq or similar services. But if you're running this code in any VPS or any other server where you already have a public IP or domain name, just add it there. So for that reason, you just need to do all I'll do is in Groq HTTP 5000, and that will give me this this address. This is like the public IP or public host name through which anyone can access like this application or this AI agent. And basically here what we will do is we'll just update our Twilio configuration to make sure it calls up to this AI agent. So that's what you have to update here. I have my actual .env in the another screen because it has a lot of secrets, so I'm not sharing it. But yeah, I'm just going to go there and update this field in my .env file. And then you also need the Twilio SID auth token and the form number. You will get it from the Twilio console. And yeah, if you have any questions or doubt while I'm just sharing this, drop that as comment. And once I'll see there, I'll respond. Or for my original account where I have started the video, that account trial is over, and this green. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, so the so you will see another account I have used right earlier during the video recording. That trial is over, trial credit, and so I have upgraded that account. But then Twilio is asking me a lot of questions. Why you want to use our API and everything? What function you want to see some live use cases or something? So I have to like respond to them all those details before they upgrade my account. But yeah, if I come to know if there is any hiccups I face, I'll update all of you guys that how to get a live Twilio account. But at the moment, I have created another trial account just to show you how the code is working. So once you go there in the Twilio, you will see this console, manage. If you go here, hit it here. So that's like the dashboard. And from there, if you click, let's say verified phone number, active numbers, you click there. This is where you will get these settings. And all I have to do is just take this first, copy that. Okay, and here. So, and just save it. So this will ensure that my Twilio knows, like the Twilio server knows where to connect to the AI agent for communication. Okay. So that's once it is done. Yeah. So once it is done, your Twilio setup is ready, and you have already updated the public URL. Next bit is now I have introduced again thanks to Devin, we have introduced multi AI model support. So earlier you could do that using only Open Router, but I think Devin have helped me to get like the Groq model support and also Anthropic model support. I haven't added the Anthropic config here, but it's if you need that, I can just give you the link to documentation because I was mostly testing with Groq and some of the Open Router models. But yeah, if you want to use Anthropic, that's fine as well. So all you have to do is select which API provider that you are using here. I think I will just change it from which model to which API provider. That will give you some sense. And then you have to add the API key of that particular provider, whichever you are using, and the model that you are using. For example, for OpenAI, you could use GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4, GPT-4 O, anything else, right? So you just have to provide the API key and the model. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Open Router for now, env file with that. And then um, in the last stream, I have already discussed about if you want to reduce the latency, you can use the direct Twilio ML voice feature without using Elevenlabs. But then Devin have interestingly updated the code with streaming options. So basically, earlier what we were doing is we were sending the AI generated text to the Elevenlabs API to generate the voice, and then we were playing the voice, right? So if you go to the code, I think I've now moved helpers. So yeah, so earlier what we are doing, we were calling the text to speech, getting the audio data, saving the audio data, and then later on in the app, we were just playing it from here. Yeah, we are just playing that one, right? That was the earlier stage. So that is Elevenlabs Direct. But I think Devin have introduced Elevenlabs Stream, which is really fantastic. Thanks, Devin. I really appreciate it. I tested it, and really the latency was much less, whereas this was taking like 4,000 millisecond. This has came down to like 35 or 40 millisecond. That too when I'm on home network. I think it will be much better if I run this AI agent on maybe a VPS server, maybe in AWS or somewhere. And then there is also another option we discussed in the last stream about Twilio Direct, where you do not need any Elevenlabs API call. You just basically send the agent response directly and provide the one of the premium voice. And now what I have done is in the environment, you can set which mode you want to use. If you want to use Twilio Direct, or you want to use Twilio or if you want to use Twilio Direct, or you want to use Elevenlabs Direct or Elevenlabs Stream based on your use cases. I didn't want to just remove it because a lot of the time you may have different use cases where let's say you do not want to use Elevenlabs at all, because that adds another dependency. So yeah, you might want to choose on Twilio Direct, so you have less dependency on external API service for your AI agent. You can choose Twilio Direct. But then the problem with Twilio Direct is Twilio Direct voices are not are synthetic. It's not really more human like, whereas Elevenlabs is really good. So yeah, I've just added that option for you. So far, all good. Hopefully. Okay. Then I think someone have raised a point that they already have a lot of the custom tools written in LangChain tools format, not the way that I have written it, because I was doing more manual approach. So what I have done now in the tools.py, I have added I have converted all these tools into more LangChain specific tools. I'll go through that later in the code base. And so what you can do is, if you don't want to use the manual approach and want, or the approach that I have taken, and want to instead take the LangChain tool approach, you can use that with the code now. So I'll go through in details later section when I'll do the code review. So all you have to do, if you want to use LangChain tools, you have to just turn this LangChain tools to true. Otherwise, keep it to false if you want to use the approach that I have taken for custom tool calling, like Calendly API call or something like that. And this remains same. There is no changes there. So company name, business, all these details you have to provide for your own use cases or for your clients. Yeah. Any question so far? Anything you want to add before we start testing? I think we have eight more minutes. We can at least test one scenario. Let's do one thing. In my man. My Mac is crashing so much. This I just hope this doesn't crash during the stream. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is just going to update this URL here, because this is the old URL. So do this. Okay, good. And one more thing, what we have to do is to start the AI agent itself. We haven't started that, right? So yeah, so in order to do that, once you update all the env files as I have suggested, I have yeah, sure. I think when I will make the code review, I will make the screen a little bit bigger, or maybe I'll just make these codes a little bit bigger. Is that fine? Okay, cool. So once you make the .env, update the .env as I have suggested, then all you can do is just come here and do docker compose build. So this will build the image based on whatever changes that we will do or we have done. And once that is done, we will do docker -d. That will spin up our Docker images. And you can see that something has failed, it seems. Thing.py. Come back. Because last I tested this one. Let me go. Build, because I have changed the code. Yeah. So in my Docker console, you can see has started with 5,000. And my Groq is also running. Yeah, Groq is running. So we are ready. So let's go. And I should get a call from Twilio. Huh? Okay. Fine. Yes. On.
I see. Back pain. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for calling.
I'm glad to hear that. Have you had a chance to Our gym membership. Press your back page.
Yep, I did. I just want to know what is the price for your gold membership option.
Price for our gold gym membership. 9 cents per month.
So
It
this
includes
made
personalized
call to
diet
the
and gym
API
plans
actually.
along with classes. You
Yes.
like to
Okay. So if you see the log of the application, you will see the latency basically. So currently, if you see this AI model is taking almost 3 seconds, but the text to speech is down to 0.15 ms. The reason is uh, because we are using Twilio Direct as voice mode. So that is the reason. Actually, let me show. So we are using voice mode at Twilio Direct. That's why the text to speech is becoming very fast because we are not doing any kind of extra API call to Elevenlabs. But then the voice is, not much realistic like human voice, right? It was more looks like a machine voice. I agree. But then the AI model is taking a lot of time, like 3 seconds, which is massive. We can reduce that, and the easiest way to reduce it would be just you know uh, come here and enable, let's see, the Groq model. But then Groq model, the problem is the output from the Groq model is not consistent. So maybe we need to update the system prompt properly and do some testing. And for the testing bit, I have added test AI sales agent, which I'll show you later as well. Now let's do one thing. Let me actually show you with Elevenlabs streams. I'll do enable the I have enabled the Twilio's Elevenlabs stream now and disable the Twilio Direct, and then we can also quickly test whether uh, how it is working, right? How much delay that I'm getting. And actually, let me also enable Groq and disable the open route. So in a way, we will see how much improvement we see in the latency. So we'll use Groq for AI API generation, and we will use and we will use Elevenlabs streams for text to speech. Okay. I think it's already 7:30. Before we test that, being lost. Yeah, this is open. Yeah. Let me actually open the Zoom, start the meeting because
Recording in progress.
the Sam, you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. Let's wait. Let's give it some minute and see if any other people would join, because I saw a few of them on the stream, and I just hope they would also dial in here.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about you running the Zoom and the live stream. Are you trying to make your life really hard?
Yeah, I'm making my life hard. I'm sure, because there are like
I can't hear you. You're muted.
oh yeah, I actually made my life a bit hard. I agree,
I
because
have.
I'm also like, there are at least 15 window open across my two
Yeah, I mean,
screen.
I
It's
don't.
just too
I don't
confused.
need. I don't need the Zoom. It's just because you sent an email saying you were doing Zoom, so I'm on the live stream as well. But I mean, I can drop off the Zoom, whatever you want to do, my friend.
No, that's fine. The reason why I kept the Zoom is because I wanted to hear how you are using it. Because stream is basically very much one-way
Mhm.
communications, right? So that's why
Sure.
I kept it, just to understand how
I'm
you are using it and how you're. how you're
To be
looking to
honest,
improve.
I'm just waiting for you. I'll get the new code and then I'll test it because you've made quite a few changes,
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
send
I'll
that.
see how it goes after that. So I've held on really for a second.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's great to hear. Yeah, I will send that code after the stream, so you should get the new code as well. Let's give it like 5-10 minutes and see if anyone else joins. Otherwise, I'll just drop the Zoom and then continue with the streaming.
Cool. I get you all to myself. It's amazing. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's me as Numu. That's me. I'm coming up with something else on here.
Oh, I see.
That's
Okay.
me
All right.
emailing. I was confused. So just to
Yeah, yeah,
clear
yeah.
up the confusion. No,
Okay.
what you've done is amazing. I've just waited because the last live stream was very long,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I
yeah.
saw you one, and I need to get the updated code. And yeah, I'm really happy that you've changed the tools because I've got lots of LangChain tools. No, look really good. One question, can I just ask you a question? Why have you thought about trying to use DeepGram in there, or does it not work with the way that the code all works? I'm a low coder, so that's why I'm just kind of saying that. But
No,
I'm
that
just wondering.
no, the reason is because I haven't explored DeepGram before, really. So
Oh, okay.
I only worked with Twilio before, and as part of my day-to-day work, and that's why I started with Twilio. But
Yeah.
I think you said it before as well, I remember. Took a look at DeepGram, and I think it could be we could make it use of it as well. Maybe just add another
Yeah, I mean
section or
the
something.
sure. I mean, once I fire it up and start having a go, I might see if I can, with the help of my AI overlords, add it in.
Yeah.
Because I'm technical, I'm just not really a true coder. I asked the question because all of these voice AI companies, they all use, or most of them use DeepGram. That's why I just asked the question.
No, that could be a possibility, really. I saw that
I'll
later
have,
on.
yeah, no worries. Cheers. I'll have a look at it.
Brilliant, cool. Okay. I think what I'll do, I'll just keep the Zoom on mute, and then I'll continue the testing through the stream for now. And if people
Yeah.
join, like in 5-10 minutes, we'll just see how they are using it, what they want to see, or if they're facing an issue.
And what a
And
pleasure to speak to you in
yeah,
person.
yeah. Same here. That's the whole point. I kept the Zoom call so we can do some collaboration, some
Yeah,
direct
no
communication.
worries.
Great. Hi, Jay. Um, see, are you able to hear me, Jay? I think really what I have to do is put some kind of a poll or something and see when maximum people can join to the Zoom. Because I'm really eager to know how you guys are using the code and what else you want to see this project to go, beyond or in future. And because whatever I have built so far is purely based on my own thinking and idea, and it may all happen that whatever I have built has no realistic meaning in the outer world. So yeah, that would be really good to have, and also see what issues that you are facing. But yeah, Jay, if you can hear me, just say hi, and I'll just continue with the testing. And I'll just drag it there. Cool. Hey, Vivek.
Hello.
Nice to see you, man. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's working.
You have spoken. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, wonderful. If I may, I have a question. I see
Yeah.
the code and I got some ideas to, let's say,
Brilliant.
refactor it, maybe speed up some parts.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you have quite a problem with the. I'm coder. I'm coding like from 9 years old, so a lot
Brilliant.
of time spent. Now I'm 42.
Mm.
So the big issue is the language model responding to with the big latency. Yeah, it's 3 seconds. It's too much. Yeah, it
Yeah.
must be fast. You promote. you guess that it's good, so you just need to use the local AI, like
Mm.
the Groq.
Yep.
But also you can use like OpenAI, but with
Mm.
the latest model, it will be also faster.
Okay.
The
Yep.
GPT-4o, it's also faster and it's cheaper. It's twice cheaper than the GPT-4.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and the next thing that is that if you're using like corporate version of GPT, like for
Mm.
enterprise, you have like private speed, like priority
Mm.
speed. So
Right.
it will also reduce speed like to, let's say, like half second will be fine for
Mm.
response.
Yeah, I need to check if I can access to that. Um,
Yeah.
there is
I guess
also.
it will cost a lot. I guess they will have some
Hmm.
conditions what you can use it for and like this
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
enterprise
I
version.
will have to check that. I was also thinking of using streaming, but then streaming there is a problem is that when you if I take the stream and then send that stream directly to a text to speech API,
Mhm,
the speech output would be terrible, right? Because it needs to know all this indentation. So I have to really
mhm,
break the indentation in the stream, like wherever there is a full stop or question mark or exclamation or something. Then I have to break it and send it to the text to speech API live.
mhm,
um,
mhm,
so that is quite a programmatic challenge. Plus, I don't know how it will behave in a multi-threaded scenario where the agent will get multiple call or multiple
mhm.
request to different let's say customer, and I have to test that. Actually, that is also another idea I thought of.
That's simple. That's simple as it is agent. You
Mm,
can use it like multiple times, like make more instances, like make more agents.
mm,
So each agent will be like person who picking up the call or make the calling.
yeah.
Or you can make application multi-thread. It means
Mm,
that each call will has own thread, own
on thread.
resources,
Yeah.
own calls,
Yeah.
and all the stuff. And you no need to run it locally. You can run it on cloud, yeah,
Yeah.
like on high band traffic, and all the stuff. And
Yeah.
next thing is you can always divide to two
Yeah.
parts. So it means it's text to speech and speech to text.
Mm,
So speech to text you can do locally on your server because you don't need high quality. You need just text. Yeah, you
yeah.
don't need
It's.
like, pronouns and all the stuff and quality of sound. You need just
Mm,
text to serve it quickly. So you can use your own resources.
mm,
And for text to speech is I guess is best the 11 part. So what you're using,
mm,
but because you can use your own voice and you can also manage some professional speakers to
mm,
rent your voice for
yeah.
some commission, then it will be really professional, really high
Mm,
quality. Yeah. If someone hears some, actor or someone, singer or someone in phone, hello, I would like to sell you something, so they will agree.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, that's right. Local TTS, that's what I've started with. If you see like the first version of the video,
Yeah, I
that's
seen
where I
that. I
started.
seen.
But then
Mhm,
the one of the question that the thought I would rather say came into my mind was, if someone want to use this agent for let's say some local languages like local English languages, because there are so many versions. Even I stay in UK, and even in UK there are like so many
cultures, let's say,
yeah,
like.
yeah. So that's where local TTS fails, because I tested it with some of the Scottish proverb or some
Uh-huh.
way of saying yes or no, and it just didn't catch those words. And that's what I felt. I think the other APIs like I saw the Twilio, because I'm
Mhm.
anyway using Twilio for recipient of the call and everything. Twilio is actually good at that, so that's why I started using Twilio's text to speech, like Twilio ML
Mhm.
APIs, and it also made it faster because that is doing the live transcription and sending it to me. And text
Mhm.
to speech, Elevenlabs again. I think I really like it. I think
Yeah, I like also quality. Quality is
yeah,
very good. Yeah,
quality is
you can
really
use
good.
your voice and
Yeah, yeah.
so about the pronouns and let's say culture kind of English,
Hmm.
uh, these services always offer like English is English.
Mm.
everywhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
operate like this. So they don't make like difference. So maybe
Mm.
you can use some model from Hugging Face if they have some audio to speech or
Yeah, yeah,
text
yeah.
to speech. Yeah,
Mm.
like quality models. But also you
Yeah,
can train your own. Yeah, you can rent some
yeah, run
GPUs or
some exactly.
CPUs
Yeah,
and yeah, you can train your
yeah,
own. If you get enough
yeah.
resources, you know. So.
Right. No, no, that's absolutely right. Because at this stage, the code is really immature, and I just trying to build it step by step. Yeah, I think that is why we are using all the publicly popular models. But yeah, your suggestions are, I think, appropriate. We can try that, of course. Other than that, did you have any issues you want to discuss, or I'll just
No issues. I just
great.
maybe refactoring to make it more like object-like, more like
Mm,
classes, inheritance, and all the
yes.
stuff, OP. Maybe
Yeah.
this stuff. I can help you with this. I already joined or ask
Mm,
for joint contribution. So
yeah.
I would like to help. And next thing is there is agency swarm framework.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that.
Swarm framework.
That.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also contribute to there and like to use it. And
Mm,
question is if it's better to like implement your agent as a tool or a separate agent
mm,
into the part of organization of agents, like make whole company virtual, like whole
mm,
company, or it's better to use it as a SaaS service. That
mm.
means that you will send number to your agent and he will make call and then your agent will call another agent to make order, to make invoice, to send it like this.
Yeah.
So what is
Ye-
possible? Yeah. So what do you think?
mm,
What is better for in your? It's your product. It's your baby. Yeah. So
no, I would
what is
take
best way?
I would take your all of your opinion really here, because as I said, I started building the project as a pet project. Haven't thought of really taking it to commercial level or something. But now that I'm saying, and then that's why I kept the price at very low, so that people can actually take serious interest and give me some suggestion. But then there is other thought in my mind about making a SaaS, because when once I make it as a SaaS product, there are other in my head there are other regulations and stuff comes there, right? Because what if someone uses for wrong purpose, or and there are so many other checks that I have to put in there. For example, if you're buying a product, let's say the AI agent is selling a service, and that service is for $10 a month, and because AI is always trying to help people, right? So if a user comes and say, oh, I don't have money, can you please do it like $5 a month, and the sales agent will say, yes, sure. I mean, it might say that. So you need to have all those conditions and filters
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
that's about prompt. That's about prompt
That's
and
prompt.
context.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
like in ChatGPT you have this CI like instructions or something where you can tell where are the limits. You cannot
yeah.
ever do this, and
No,
when you use ever and like this, it will not do. It's just simple. You have to just tell.
no, that's right. So that is what I was saying. So if I want to make it a SaaS, I have to sit
Mhm,
down and think of possible edge case scenario or negative case scenarios, and I have to put
mhm,
all those things into the prompt. Whereas if I make it as platform, whereas it's a SaaS, people can come on register, but they will manage the prompt and everything. We will help create the prompt, but we won't be like, I won't be the owner of the prompt for their business. That is also another model maybe we can think of. But yeah, I'll
mhm.
take all of your suggestions. I'll put maybe some polls and other stuff later on, and see.
So
Yeah,
sorry. So for that is best way to do it is just do it.
yeah.
So you made call agent, so let him call.
Mm.
Let
Yep.
him call. He will call and sell something, anything, pencils, anything, chewing
Yeah,
gums,
yeah,
anything. And you will
yeah.
see the problems. You will see the problems, and then it will
Mm.
come suitable. Even it will give you some extra income to
Mm.
develop to like this. It will grow. You have
Yeah,
seed. So put it to ground and let it grow.
yeah,
So
yeah,
let's
yeah.
sell it. So it will selling, and then you will see all the stuff what you can catch. You will debug it. You will just make it better, and then
Mm.
you can just stop development and say, okay, we have SaaS ready to sell, and then you have another product. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this, with this tool, you can do many things, so many things. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, let's see how the future holds. We'll see
Okay,
how
okay.
the product goes as well. Thank you for all your inputs and
You're
suggestions.
welcome. I like to discuss. I'm
Yeah,
very,
yeah, yeah.
very
Of course.
satisfied.
Great. I think there were a lot of other guys who have dialed into the stream, but I think they haven't dialed into the Zoom. I think Devin was asking, can I get the Zoom? You haven't got the link? Yeah, it should have. You should have the email. If not, let me actually share it there. It's just this. Where is the invite? More. Oh, here. Sorry. Then copy the link. Even. Okay. Let's see if we can join us. And let me go ahead and test the next part. Thanks, Jay and Sam for joining and all your inputs. If you want to drop off, you can drop off. That's fine. I'll continue with the stream anyway. And if anyone else join, I'll just have a quick interaction with them. But yeah, thank you for all your suggestions, input, and we'll see how we can improve the product or code better. Cool.
Thanks too, and see you later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I hope you're able to hear me in the stream now that I have muted the Zoom. And what we were discussing was testing it with Elevenlabs stream. But
all right, yes, I joined.
Great. Yeah, I think. Hi,
There
Devin.
we go. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I'm
okay.
like,
Take your time.
I'm trying to give feedback, and then I'm like, I don't have the Zoom link. Yeah, one of the
Oh,
things I wanted to mention is when you guys were talking about the audio stream back and forth. So one of the things that we can do that I actually did, I just didn't get a chance to upload it to you, is so in your AI query, it does like a full query without streaming, which is required for the tool analysis. But the last AI query to generate the response, you can actually change to stream, and then it can stream straight from the AI response straight into your Elevenlabs, and it will speed up even faster. But there's no way that I know of, at least, on how to stream with tool use. So that's
yeah,
one
that's right.
limitation.
That is right. But actually, that's what I was even discussing earlier with in the Zoom. One of the issue is because if I stream it, then I have to kind of somewhere break it with the indentation, because if I directly stream it, otherwise the Elevenlabs won't be able to make all those voice indentation properly. Like if there is a question mark, it should actually ask the question, right? So somewhere I need to write a function where it will once the AI model will stream it, that should go through the function, and the function will say, okay, now I've got a full stop. Then I'll send it to the text to speech API, and this text to speech API will stream it. I have thought about it. Yeah.
We could just take the chunks though, and
Yeah,
only
as a
limit the
chunk. Yeah.
chunks to the streaming until it gets to a full complete sentence. At least that would
Yeah.
reduce the time.
Yeah. I will work on that. I have actually thought of this, how to do it, but I haven't tested it. And now that you have said with tool calling, that is also an interesting thing. Yeah, because otherwise it will not stop, right? For the tool calling, it will continuously stream whatever it is getting.
Well, and that's where I was having some issues, because there is a capability with Twilio to allow the user to barge in, but I was having some challenges getting the barge in to work. There is some documentation in the API where if the user is talking over the agent, it will stop to listen to the user, but I just couldn't get it to work.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take a look as well. I'll see if there are. I mean, one thing can be done in many different ways. So just have a think about it how we can do it.
You know, one of the things that would be kind of interesting, I know you mentioned, I think Jay mentioned OpenAI GPT-4o. It would be interesting if we could just develop a prompt to carry a vast majority of the conversation, because since it can render its response with audio directly, I wonder if there's some portion of that we could just hand into the entire model.
You
The
could do
trick is,
that.
though, with the tool calling, right, would get a little complicated. But we could build a GPT with the tool calling built straight in, but then you're losing kind of control
Yeah.
the more we offload the GPT-4o.
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to. My first idea about this code was to keep it flexible for using open source models as well, because you never know. There will be countries where you don't have access to GPT-4o API, and then they want to use, let's say, some open source model. That's what my earlier thought was. But we'll see how the product matures day by day. But yeah, that these are all suggestion. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the AI prompts, the way that I changed them in your last repo update, which thank you for cleaning up the things I forgot to. It should be pretty easy to create a prompt to add in things like Hugging Faces, models, and stuff, because I made it so that it was very agnostic. You could use it with just about any AI call, period.
Yeah, that's actually welcome. So what you can do, I actually removed that one because you said it in the comments, so I removed that. And I also saw that you have also by mistake uploaded your .env file also. So I have also kind of now removed any tracking of .env files in the repo, so that collaborators can actually add code without exposing their credentials. But yeah, about the prompt, if you want to add another, if you think there is a possibility of adding a better prompting structure, just add another improve prompt.py or something and add the code there. So we can just make a flexibility around whatever anyone want to use, either the existing structure or the new structure, based on if they're using the Hugging Face tools or custom tools or no tools. Maybe there are places where they just want to use the AI agent without any tool calling, just simple messaging to the users. Maybe some promotion, someone could use the AI agent just to promote their own product, right? So yeah, we'll see how that matures. But yeah, please feel free to add more Python files, and raise PR. I'll have a look. Yeah, are you able to hear me, Devin?
Yep.
Okay, great, cool. I think what I'll do is, if you are not facing any issues or anything, I will go ahead, continue with the stream and showcase all the other agenda that we have today, and then I'll speak to you later, maybe another session.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for joining, and I'll continue on the stream. Thank you. Speak later. Cool. I'll disconnect the Zoom as well now, and then continue with the stream. Thanks, Devin. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so that's done. All this thing on. Right. Okay, so what we were discussing, again, same thing again and again, right? So yeah, we were trying to test with Elevenlabs stream with Groq and see how much this improves, right? So I'll just do Docker compose down. Yep. I think Barbara have said about fine-tuned model. That's exactly what I was also thinking. We could use fine-tuned model, but then the fine-tuned model has to be your business specific. For whatever business that you are running, you can definitely create a GPT-3 or 4.0 custom model, or even open source fine-tuned model, and just use it. That's absolutely you can do. Okay, cool. Okay, so Docker pose build. I think I didn't need to build anything when I'm updating env, but anyway, just for the safer side, I've done the build. Okay. Yep, so we are using Groq and we are using Elevenlabs stream. And let's give it a test. Okay, I should get a call now. There you go.
You have a trial account. You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code.
Let's do that.
Hello, John. This is Emily calling from Be Healthy. How are you today?
Whoa. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad to hear that. I'm calling today because I'd like to talk to you about how our gym membership options can help you with your back pain. We've had great success with our personalized fitness programs in helping people alleviate back pain. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're experiencing with your back pain? What are some of the symptoms you're experiencing?
Yeah, I'm just having a regular back pain, which I was thinking your gold membership could help me. Do you know what is the price for the gold membership?
I'm glad you're taking proactive steps to alleviate your back pain, John. Our gold membership plan seems like it could be a great fit for you. It includes a personalized diet and gym plan with group classes, which can help you strengthen your core and improve your overall posture. Would you like me to tell you more about what's included in the gold plan and how it can help with your back pain?
Yeah, please. And please tell me what is the cost of the gold membership plan as well.
John, I think there might be some misunderstanding. We're discussing the cost of our gym.
So yeah, this is what I am seeing with the Groq. It's just the responses are really elaborate, sometimes not needed even in your AI agent call. And then the other thing also I'm seeing with Groq AI API model is it is failing with the function calling. I've tried to improve it over time, but I don't know, due to some reason it's just not working as such. Maybe I have to fine tune the prompt or choose some other model with Groq. But yeah, Groq is not, so far in my testing, Groq was not at all that good. Maybe I have to try with Anthropic, because I heard the Anthropic models was is good or and better in terms of the response. But one thing which is really good with Groq is the latency is good, like approx 1 second. So that is better than the OpenAI or OpenRouter models. But yeah, I'll have to work on these areas, because although the text to speech is almost 0.18 millisecond even with Elevenlabs stream, that is good, but then the AI model latency we have to work on, and I've already got few suggestion from JN as well as Devin, and I'll work on that one, I think, as a next step. Okay, so now we are almost done with the testing. What is there in the in our agenda today after testing? So we have done the step by step. We are done with Zoom call. I would probably take a bit of break. That's on the agenda as well. But yeah, if you want to go take a cup of coffee or something, please feel free. And if it is in your not stretched up time, please come back. I'll just probably take like 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes break. And then we'll continue with the rest of the section. We'll do a complete walkthrough after the break. Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. And yeah, if it is already too late for you and or maybe have some other work to do, please go ahead. You can leave the stream. That's fine. The stream will stay in the channel, so you can always come back and see it. Cool. Thank you. I'll take a break for 5-10 minutes, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I could not finish the tea, but that's fine. Taken my coffee here. Okay, cool. Let me stop the countdown timer. Cool. Okay, I think in the next session, or next whatever, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or so, we will go through all the walkthrough of all the code, like not the complete walkthrough, but rather the changes that we have made in the code, and I've already got like some feedback and suggestion. But if you want to put more of your feedback and suggestion, feel free to add into the comment section. I will definitely take a note of it, and probably going to work on it in future as well. So with that said, let's go to the VS Code terminal, close this. Okay, so the first one is showing the multi-AI support. I think, as I said, Devin helped me with this one really. So what we have done, I think the first thing that I have done is there were a couple of method or couple of function definition that was there in the app.py. I have moved now that everything into app utils.py because these are like utility, and the app.py completely only have the logic and the code related to the endpoints only. So all the function that is there is related to a specific endpoint, and all the other utility and the function that is required is now moved into app.utils.py. Now for the multiple AI model support, what I have done is I have taken the code from Devin's PR, and then I added also the LLM model as a variable. So so which model, I think what I'll do, I'll change it to later on after this stream, I'll change it to which AI API provider rather than which model, because which model only have the provider name, whether it's Open Router or OpenAI or Groq, and based on that, it's basically creating the AI instance, or AI model instance, and then using the AI model instance is basically so if you see this method, which is gen AI output, so this is the method that's used for generating or using AI to generate the output. So this is where we are saying if the model is OpenAI or the provider is OpenAI or Open Router, use this OpenAI instance, and you are creating the OpenAI instance here with the API key and base URL. So if you want to use any other API provider, you can definitely do so. Just if they support, or maybe if you want to run, let's say, light LLM instance as AI API proxy, and just want to use that, just say just provide your light LLM base URL here, and in the light LLM you want to manage multiple AI model. I have already covered about light LLM in another video in the channel. If you are not sure about light LLM, you can have a look at that one. And yeah, and if you are using Groq, it's again same thing. It's just calling AI chat.completion. If you're using Anthropic, Anthropic is a little bit different than the traditional OpenAI model, how it works. So that is how Anthropic is written as well. So this is the code change related to multiple AI model support. So only this bit, and also updating the Gen AI output to support multiple AI model. So this is the one thing about AI model. Then regarding Elevenlabs streaming, what we have done is, I think Devin have added a code in the audio helpers. So we had this code earlier, and Devin have added this text to speech stream. And again, thank you, Devin, for adding the code. This is really awesome. So this is basically just doing a stream of the text to speech rather than waiting for this entire functions or API call to be completed. So imagine if you have the AI response having like 100 words. So this text to speech is taking a lot of time. That is really that has really helped with this text to speech stream. So if we use this one, text to speech, I kept this code for you to have a look and use as you need. So if you go to the app utils, you will see that we have kept this same thing. So text to speech and then saving the audio file. And then if you go to app.py, we said that if you're using Elevenlabs Direct, Elevenlabs Direct means Elevenlabs Direct means you are using the old approach. In the audio helpers, you are using this old approach. So in app.py, if it is this one, we are getting the audio file from process Elevenlabs. This one, this function is calling text to speech, saving the audio file as mp3 file in a temporary folder, and then we are basically just doing response.play and playing the audio file. Whereas if we use stream, what we are doing is we are basically calling the audio stream API, and this audio stream is where you are calling the text to speech stream, and then we are playing the stream of audio, which is why the response becomes faster. So if you go to app.py and if you see the stream, we are just calling that and then response.play with audio URL. So we are just playing the stream through this audio stream endpoint. And the final option was using Twilio Direct. And so Twilio Direct is where we are not using the Elevenlabs API at all. Instead of that, whatever AI response that is being generated, it's just sending that response, and we are using this premium voice, and Twilio ML itself is doing the conversion from text to speech. So this is also kind of reducing the latency as well. But if you ask me which one I would prefer to use, I would definitely prefer to use Elevenlabs Stream, because the audio output is really good. But having said that, I haven't tested all the Twilio ML provided premium voices. Maybe there are premium voices in Twilio API, which is also almost equally good as Elevenlabs Stream or Elevenlabs API. So we have to test that. I will have a look if I can find anything. But with my trial credit, I don't know how much I can test. But if I can find any good voice output from Twilio ML API, I will let you know. I think my screen is not shared. All this time my screen was not shared. Oh God. Too bad. Okay, I will quickly go through what we have done. So part of the AI model, multiple AI model, we have introduced two variables. That's what we discussed without sharing my screen, I think. So I hope this is now actually visible. Let me just confirm first. Otherwise, I'll just say it again without sharing this. Yeah, I can see it's now visible. Okay, so what I have explained so far is we have introduced multiple AI API provider. You can use Open Router, Groq, or any other AI API provider. And for that, what we have done is here we are instantiating different AI model instance depending on the model. I think this is not model, this is a API provider, and then you specify the model here, which is again coming from your env files. You can specify the model, And then I was also talking of a possibility where you can use, let's say, light LLM or similar API proxy, AI API proxy. And in that case, all you have to do is just change the OpenAI base URL to your light LLM instance, and then you can use your light LLM, and from light LLM you can manage different AI models and test it. So you don't have to change anything in the code for that matter. What I'll do, I'll also add that section for here. So for light LLM stuff, that was the support for multiple AI model. And for the audio helpers, we were discussing that earlier. We had only this one, and that was taking a lot of time because there could be scenario where the AI model is generating a huge text output, and the text to speech API is taking a lot of time. And Devin have actually added text to speech stream, which is really nice, and it has really helped with reducing the latency to almost around 4 millisecond. And how this is working is basically we have introduced a path, another basically API path here in the in the audio stream. Sorry. And in the audio stream, we are basically calling this text to speech stream. So as long as the AI model is generating the output, we are sending the output to the Elevenlabs API, but it is producing a audio stream, and we are just playing that stream here. So if you want to use Elevenlabs stream, all you have to do, again, I have explained it before, you just have to set somewhere here. Where is it? Did I not add it? Voice mode. Okay, I think we just have to add this here in the sample. I'll just add it. Yeah, so if you have to use this Elevenlabs stream. And if you want to use Twilio direct, there is no Elevenlabs API involved in that case. So what will happen is once the call is established with your client, whatever client will say, Twilio ML will transcribe it and send to you, or send to the agent, and the agent will generate the response, and then whatever response it has generated, it will just pass it to the Twilio ML, and Twilio ML itself will make the text to speech output over the telephone. So you don't have to have any Elevenlabs API involved. But then the output so far was not that good in my testing, but I'll find out if there is a better voice available in Twilio ML library that we can use for more human-like output. Yeah. Okay, is there any comment? Let's see. No, good. Okay, so these two we have covered. Now I will show you about the LangChain tool support. So what I have done. So basically, if you go to the tools.py, earlier all my tools was written like in a manual approach, like this one, right? Like this. But then I think Numo or Sam, she has actually told me that she have a lot of she have a lot of custom tool written already in LangChain tool, using LangChain tool format. So how can we reuse those tools without rewriting it here? But I think the manual approach that I have taken is not much different than how LangChain tools are are written. Basically, there are three ways you can write LangChain tools, right? So at least as far as I know, one is you can use tool decorator. So this is for very simple tool functions where you already have a function written, you just want to make it a LangChain tool. You can add the tool decorator, and that will make sure that this LangChain tool is or this function, custom function, is considered as a LangChain tool. But this is not for a more customized, or this is not for where you want to define a tool that needs input validation, or you need a lot of type safety stuff. So for all those things, you need to use not at the you don't use the tool decorator, rather you use something called base tool. So you just basically inherit the base tool and write your tools or your custom API calling by importing the base tool, or you use like structured tool. So there are like three approach, right? So what I have done, I have given all the three approach here in the code. So the same functions that I earlier have written as a manual approach, I have kind of converted that one with tool decorator as well as base tool as well as structured tool, so that you can have a look and understand how it's all working. Now if you have your own LangChain tool written, all you just do is come here and add it. So if you have written using base tool, you add your class here, like your custom tool here, and all you have to do is add that detail in the tools info. So if you are, let's say, making a Calendly specific tool or Wikipedia search tool or something, I'm just taking an example. All you do is here you add that Wikipedia search tool, Wikipedia wiki search, and then just add it here. The details of that tool, the name, the description, and what are the the most of the important thing is these parameters, because we are passing these details to the AI agent, and so that the AI agent knows what all parameters that are available to make the tool calling. There was one time I thought to use OpenAI function calling. So OpenAI function calling is really good, where we could use the LangChain tools register method, right? You can register tools in LangChain and use it. But I skipped that idea again because I wanted to use like open source models. So LangChain agents and tool, those are really written, at least last I have checked. I don't know if things have updated in LangChain side or not, because that project is updating very fast. But until I have last checked out, all the LangChain agents and tools, I was able to run it with OpenAI models, because OpenAI models are tuned with function calling. But for a lot of the open source model, we can't do that, and that is where I added this manual approach, where we have all the tools info written in a JSON, or I think this is more of a dictionary, and you add that into the dictionary, whatever your custom tools are, and you define that tool like here in this part, whether you are using base tool or you are using structured tool. And that's it. You don't have to make any other code changes other than you come here and you set use LangChain tool class as true. So because if you use, again, just to show you, if you use tool decorator function, you don't need to set that to true. Okay, again, I'm saying if you are using @tool decorator to define your LangChain tools, you don't need to set it as true, you set it as false. But if you are using the other methods of defining a LangChain tools, either base tool or structured tool, then you have to set it to true. And why I say so, because if you set this to true, what is happening is, if you come here in the AI helpers, we are saying that if LangChain tool class is true, then if this is true, then the on-site appointment tool is basically instantiating the it's not the function, it's instantiating the base tool. And that's what we are, and that is where, if you see where the tool calling is happening here, not here, oh yeah, here. So what is happening is, if LangChain tool is true, then it is calling the your LangChain tool class run function. So if you come here, and let's see if I enable this section, sorry, not that, the base tool section. So the base tool section, how we have defined each of the tool is a class, and it has its name, its description, and then we have defined a run method, and within the run method you have the logic. For example, the fetch price product tool, you have name, description, and then you have a run method, and within the run method you are defining where to call the custom API, and how to and how the response is received and everything, right? So this is how you are defining it as a run method. And so if you define the LangChain tool class as true, that means you are using base tool or structured tool to write your custom API function. And that is why we are running the run method. Otherwise, we are just calling the, otherwise, that means if it is false, that means we are not using base tool. We are not using the base tool or structured tool, but we are rather using the tool decorator or maybe my approach of just a manual function writing. So in that case, it's directly calling the functions. So it's directly calling the function. So if you go here, it's just directly calling the function. It's not calling the run method or anything. That's how the code is written at the moment. If you ask me, is it the best way to write it? It's not really. But this is what I have done yesterday morning with like a few hours of time, and this is what I could find out. I could come up as an idea, but I'll have a think about it, if how we can make it more generic and more structured, and more standard based. But yeah, at the moment it's just roughly I defined it. But frankly speaking, I do not recommend, or I do not encourage people to use a lot of if and else in the code, because that could get messy very soon, and it's not a best practice in terms of coding. So avoid use if and else wherever possible if you're writing code. But yeah, in this case I just use it because it's the easiest way to explain you, as well as come up with the code as well. Yeah, so that's how we have enabled this support for let's see if there is any chat. No. Yeah, so that's how we have I have enabled the LangChain tool support. Please let me know if you have any questions after checking out the stream. And finally, I will just show you how this one I have already shown you. Finally, I'll show you how you can test the code. So save it. And let me actually define the tools as it was. Okay, so each section is written as comments. So here it says that this below is an example of structured tool. This is where it is written as is implementation using base tool, and this section is using tool decorator. So whichever you are using, however your LangChain tools are written, it should work. Actually, let me turn on my light. The light source seems to be okay. It didn't work. Let's see. My light doesn't turn up. Okay, cool, no problem. So yeah, so this is I'll use the base tool and just show you quickly how to actually use the test code. So far you have seen that we have been able to reduce the text to speech output, but a lot of the time you just want to test how your let's say you are using Groq or you are using any open source tool, and you are playing with, let's say, your prompts, and you want to test whether your prompts are working or not properly, right, without incurring additional cost with your Elevenlabs API or Twilio cost, because end of the day the Elevenlabs and the Twilio calls or Twilio APIs are just making the call and doing the text to speech and speech to text conversion. It's not doing anything intelligent as such, which is your main core part or core intelligent part that is being done by the agent is by the AI models. So you want to test the AI model part before you go ahead, right? So that is why I created the test AI sales agent. So test AI sales agent is nothing but a local implementation of app.py. So app.py is basically where you have the root enabled and everything, and you have to make calls through Postman or something. But in test AI sales agent, you just run the test AI sales agent code, and you basically do chat, live chat with the agent, and it will respond, and then you will see how it is responding. That's what the idea, nothing else. So if I do docker compose down, same thing, you will just run the docker compose up, and let me see my end. I'll not use Groq this time. We'll use open router, let's say, and oh, sorry, let's do a build quickly because I made a few changes. Docker compose build, and then docker hyphen compose up -d. Okay. Then you have to go inside the docker container. Oops, sorry, docker ps and docker exec -it. Go inside the docker container and then show, and you will see your test AI sales agent code here. So we'll just run it, and it shows you what model that you are using for your testing, and this is the initial response based on the question for a back pain, right? So I'll just say I am good, thank you for calling. Oh, something wrong with the tools file, seems like. What did I do wrong? No. Oh, I think I didn't set to as false in the tools file. No, it's true. Says it could not join the tools info. Oh, because I added this one not properly. Cool. It's fine. I'll just, I will do a docker comp. Sorry guys, just I often do such silly mistakes while coding, so please bear with me. I remember I was doing a very simple code changes for one of my client, and I took 10 commits, and I was doing very silly mistakes like leaving a comma or full stop somewhere. It's just so upset I was that day. Anyway, -d docker ps docker exec -it and sh, and then we will run the test sales agent. It's using open router, and then I'll say I am good, thanks for calling, and this is also showing you what did I again do wrong? This is just I haven't import the logger. Okay. Hopefully this time this will work. Was an issue. Again, I did silly mistake. As always. Is there anyone live now? No. Good. Okay. I'm not wasting anyone's time. That's good. And hopefully this time it should work just fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So I'll just say I am good. Thanks for calling. Yeah, it also shows you the time it is taking to produce the result. So this test file is not only using the test file, you are also seeing the response based on whatever you have said. For example, if I said, it asked, have you had a chance to explore a gym membership? I said yes, and then I'll directly ask, can you please tell me price of gold membership? Okay. So just try to play with negative case scenario as well. Now I'll just say, can I get the gold membership for $10 a month? $10 a month, please. I don't have money. Okay, so this time it says, I'm sorry, but the price for this is $19.99. And then I can ask, what else membership? Do you have any cheap? I don't think it can able to answer that because I haven't defined any custom tool. But let's see, do you have any cheaper option? Yes, so it says that I understand you are looking for affordable option. We have different membership tailored to fit this need. Would you like to more about silver membership, or would you prefer a free on-site to explore our service? That's perfect. So this response are perfect using OpenAI APIs. But then the problem is this: it's taking time to generate this. It took almost 4,000 milliseconds to generate the response, which is not ideal, right? You want to reduce that as much as possible. So this test file will give you all these insights. So I'll just say, what is the price of that silver one, and see if it can find that out. Yep, it has actually made the call to the external API and found out the price, right? That's good. And it took less time as well. So this is how you can test it using the test AI sales agent. You could see the latency, you could see how it is responding. You can try out different models and see which one is doing better. You can do some customization or fine tuning of your model. I'll probably come up with a video about how to fine tune your model for this particular AI sales agent. for your business. Maybe I'll just take this gym example and I'll fine tune a model just for this AI sales agent. Maybe I'll just create a video later on for you guys. How would that sound? Let me know in the stream comment, or maybe through the Discord or something. Yeah, that's all there really is for today's session. Is the sales agent written as a LangChain agent? No, as Sumo, it's not written as LangChain agent. The reason is because the LangChain agent, last I checked, was written for OpenAI GPT models, because it uses the function calling. So you usually do LangChain.register tool, and you register all the custom tool that you have written, and then when you use LangChain agent will use the GPT function calling to call that, right? I skipped that intentionally. The reason is because I wanted to make sure this AI agent can be used with the open source model or any other model. That is why what I did was I created this tools info, and these tools, basically you define all your LangChain tool as you have created here, right, using base tool or structure tool or whatever. All you need to do additionally is just add it here, the definition of that custom tool, and then you provide all the allowed parameters that needs to be used by the AI to call your function. So you can just define it here, and this is and then this will be read during here. So I'll just show you. So 1 minute. There was just too many functions. Chain AI output. Yeah, this is where invoke stage tool analysis. So this is where we are reading all the description that you have added here, and we are then passing that to the AI model using the stage analyzer tool prompt, and the AI model is generating the output. So if you see the prompt for stage tool analyzer, yeah, so for stage tool analyzer, it is generating the output with your tool name and tool parameter. Okay, so this is how it is generating as a JSON output, and then we are in the AI helper, we are seeing what tool is being called, and based on that we are just calling that particular tool. That's what we are doing. But I agree with you, if we would have used LangChain agent, we could have just removed all this code as well as the other code here in this one. We could have avoided all this and directly use agents, and then agents you can pass the tools, LangChain tools, and you could use that. But I have intentionally left that option because, again, to support open source model which doesn't come with OpenAI function calling support. But if you want to use agent, you can do that. It's not that you cannot do that. It's just need a little bit changes to this AI helpers file. Would you be interested to have that written in the AI helpers? I mean, I can do that. That's not an issue. No. The stages are not LangChain agents. LangChain, yeah. So I think LangChain agent, I don't know if it will reduce the latency. Really, I have to test it. I haven't tested it. Again, I think last I checked, the LangChain agent was using the GPT function calling out of the box. But yeah, if it is now supporting open source model, I will definitely have a look, because for me, yes, using the LangChain agent is good. I mean, it is definitely better than doing all this manual operation, right? So if you want to use this code, what you have to do, you have to add your your custom tool here using base tool or structure tool that you have written, and then in the tool info you just provide the details of it, like the name and the description. But if we use the LangChain agent, we do not need this. Rather, we would just pass this particular tool into the agent directly, and then the agent will make use of it. I can see, definitely I'll have a look, because that will also help me reduce a lot of the code. Like I don't need to use this code or even the other code that I was showing, this one. Instead of that, I could just use LangChain agent and just pass all the tool, and the agent, let the agent decide what tool it needs to use, and then it calls automatically. I will see if it uses. I haven't checked the latest LangChain agent with open source models, but if it supports open source model, that's good. Thank you for showing me that. Thank you for letting me know of that information. I will definitely take a look and update the code with LangChain agent if you need that. That will also again simplify the code as well. It does. I took a little bit of the concept from Sales GPT, but I didn't want to make it another Sales GPT. Really, I wanted to make it more. Okay, yeah, that will be good. That will be good. Sure. Let me see that for you, Baba. But yeah, please send me the link through email or Discord. That's fine, and I'll take a look. But I know of Sales GPTs, but I didn't wanted to have. I took inspiration from it, but it's not, the current code is much more simplistic, and I wanted to make it much more simplistic because I think all the open source project are I think it's a bit matured and not very. I didn't find it very much beginner friendly. I wanted to make an sales agent which is beginner friendly. People who are just starting out with Python can easily understand it. But yeah, I think it's a great suggestion to use LangChain agent if it is supporting open source language model as well. Then I will take a look and I'll update the code. Thanks for letting me know. So, and Baba, yeah, I have given you the link for the Discord. Please go ahead and join there. And if you have purchased the code, I think you have said you have purchased the code. I will also add you to the private support group. We can have more discussions there. Not an issue. So yeah, that was all for today's streaming. 1 minute. Let me take the chat to the other screen. Yeah, so that was all for today's streaming. I hope it made some value for you guys. And yeah, sure, please email me, and I'll again probably open up another live stream next week or something. I have a very interesting project also to cover. I don't know when I'll be able to record that video. I use the WASP framework to create a demo SaaS application. Meanwhile, I will also again probably come back with a separate video on that one. But yeah, let's see when I can find some time out and do that. Thanks, Jay. Oh, oh, everyone seems to have some pseudonym. So great. But yeah, great. Great to talk to you guys. Really, and I will probably schedule another live stream, maybe a closed one, not maybe a public one, if it helps. Maybe a Zoom session or something. And thank you for all the support and your suggestions. I will further work on the code and update you guys. And whatever I have made, whatever the code that I have completed so far, I will send you over email and through the private Discord link. So take a look, Also, again, send me your GitHub ID either through the Discord private group or through email. I'll add you as a collaborator, and then we can work together and make it a better product, maybe. Cool. Thank you. Take care, and until I see you next time, just keep supporting the channel as well, and yeah, take care. Thank you. Bye.